Welcome back to a Forza Horizon 5 video. Today I'm showing you the 7 best cars for drifting. If you want to see my take on the best cars in the entire game out of all categories, go watch these 2 videos after watching this video. Also, a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. Subscribing is free and it really means the world to me. Anyways, enjoy the video. The first car on our list is the Formula Drift Dodge Viper. The reason I think this car deserves a spot on the list is because it's so good at driving sideways. Here, I'll show you. So, when you're driving, it has to be a pretty straight road or else it won't really work. You can literally drive sideways with this, which I think is very cool. And it's also pretty good at just regular drifting around corners. And you might think that such an amazing car would be hard to get, but it only cost around 200,000 credits on the auction house. The second car on the list is the Rimac C2. If you're looking for a car that's fast and good at drifting, then look no further. A top speed of over 280 miles an hour, you wouldn't think that this would be good at drifting. If you thought so, you'd be wrong, because this car is actually amazing at drifting. The only downside is that it has 2 gears, meaning that you're forced to go very fast when drifting. So if you like drifting into corners at 100 miles an hour, then this car is certainly for you. But such a good car isn't cheap. You'll have to pay over 2 million credits just to get it on the auction house. Now the third car is a Japanese car. It's the Nissan 240SX. It's great for some of the more narrow corners. And it also looks and sounds very cool. So if you have about 100k credits to spend, I recommend getting this car. It's honestly one of my favorite cars for drifting. The fourth car on the list also happens to be Japanese. It's the Mazda RX-7. What I think is cool about this car is the fact that it has a wide body kit. Not many cars in the game has this, therefore making it rare. Another thing I really like about the car is that the engine is so loud, it almost hurts my ears. It's an alright drift car, but what really made it part of the list is how it looks and sounds. Buying the car stock only costs around 60,000 credits, though if you want to modify it, it may cost twice as much. The fifth car on the list is the Ford Mustang RTR. What I like about this car is how easy it is to drive. I'll be honest and say I'm not the greatest at drifting, but this car really makes it easy to learn how to drift in this game. So if you want to get more into drifting in Forza, then I definitely recommend starting with this car. And at the price of 300,000 credits, you really have no excuse not to get this car. Number 6 is the Hoonigan Twerk Stallion. What's so special about this car is that it is the most expensive drift car in the game. You can get it on the auction house for about 3 million credits. And yeah, it's a great car, but I don't know if it's worth 3 million. What makes this car so great is how smooth it feels when drifting. Also, you just can't ignore how cool this thing looks. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can get this car on the auction house for 3 million credits. The 7th and last car on the list is the Formula Drift Supra. This is very good at drifting, and just like the Mustang, it's very easy if you're a beginner. And if you're looking to easily 3-star every drift zone, this car is great at it. It'll only set you back around 200,000 credits, and I think it's something you must have in your garage.